Hey out there, Dr. Holly here. Happy 5 Minute Friday. It is officially quarter 4, so we are wrapping up everything that happened in quarter 3. I think it's so important to look at your numbers, your statistics, your cash flow, etc. on a quarterly basis. And it's just so exciting. It's an exciting time when we're transitioning, we're resetting our intentions, and we're checking in on where we are throughout the year because, hey, there are trends, there are seasons to these things. And we can bring in those little moments of celebration when we do something like a profit distribution at the end of the quarter. So I have a couple of things for you here today, and I'm really excited about this. I decided to make a resource for you all to do your own quarterly review. So my clients tell me all the time, when we get together, for those of you who have graduated out of it, implementing Profit First, you're rocking and rolling with it, and it's working for you. We make sure we get you to a stable point where it's working for you. We move into a quarterly review schedule. So we're coming back together every quarter for me to just have an objective view and help you set your intention for the next quarter with your goals. But what I did with this exercise, with this document, was I brought in a little bit more of that mindset, a little bit more of the emotional aspect, and I'm going to preview this for you here in just a second, to really make it a little bit more holistic, right? I mean, we're all about that in the chiropractic profession, is thinking about different things, other factors, about what you could feel around your numbers and what could be impacting them, okay? So moving forward, I'm going to share some stuff with you, but first things first, I got to meet Mike Michalowicz last week. So some of you know I was able to travel to go to ProfitCon, which is the annual Profit First Professionals Conference. And so we were back in person for this year for 2021. And so I finally got to meet Mike Michalowicz. And this is so exciting for me because he's been in my ear for like the last at least 5 years. I speed read through all of his books, listen to them audio. He's so entertaining. I love his sense of humor. And that comes out when he's on stage too. He was telling us so many stories about these little pranks and tricks that he's played on other speakers, and just he's so jovial. So I really enjoyed meeting Mike. And plus all the other Profit First professionals, because since I've been in this organization, since I got certified, it's all been virtual, right? So it was really great to meet the other professional CPAs, bookkeepers, coaches, okay? The conference was 2 days, and we had lots of speakers, actually a lot of authors that were speaking about different things. So we had the inspirational type stuff, the more tactical type stuff about pivoting and marketing and pitching and things like that. And it was just really, I love the speakers that actually entertained me, because a lot of the information wasn't necessarily new for me, after having gone through my own coaching programs and things like that. But it's thinking about it in a different light, right? And in a different setting when I think about specifically the business behind Profit First. So it was super exciting. Now, the other reason that I really love the end of the quarter is because in the Profit First system, you do a profit party, or you take your profit distribution, is most importantly. Up to you whether or not you have a party, okay? So whether it's $5 or $500 or whatever amount, it is meant to be celebrated, okay? So what we do with Profit First, as you know, is we have these accounts, or like these buckets, where we are contributing money into these accounts based on percentages of your revenue either every week or every 2 weeks or once a month. You're putting money aside in these designated accounts. And then at the end of the quarter is when you get to go in to the profit account, for example, and you take a distribution, okay? So depending on what your goals are for your business, whether or not there's debt payoff or anything like that, most likely you get to take half of that. So I just want to take this moment to celebrate these clients that I have worked with this year, because these are real numbers here. These are my client numbers of the profit distributions they were able to take. So most likely you get to look at what's in that profit account and you take a 50% draw, and that's your celebration for having a successful quarter as a business owner. Okay, so these are real numbers, okay? And these vary. You could be looking at these and thinking, that's not a lot, or that's a lot, I can't believe that. These are based on percentages. So it's based on the amount of revenue and the amount of percentage that we're setting aside for profit. It could be 1%, could be 5%, could be 10%, okay? So this gives you really no information about how well what the scale of the business is. Okay, it is all about the celebration that we are doing for these clients because they've had a successful quarter. Okay, so speaking of, let's pop over and look at this quarterly review. So what we are seeing here is, like I said, we're bringing together the black and white and the numbers. bringing up that awareness piece, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about the emotions that go behind it. So I talk a lot about mindset in this exercise. And I recommend setting aside 45 minutes to an hour to do this, to be honest with yourself and kind of journal out some of these prompts. Thinking about a profit-wise decision that you made, something more in that growth or abundance mindset, a decision that you made for the year, pulling down those numbers and thinking about, do I have a sense of pride when I look at these numbers? Do I have some shame? Am I sad? Am I happy? Am I overjoyed? Etc. And this is just you, okay? Don't bring in anybody else's emotions into this. I just want you to do this for you. You don't have to show anybody this either. Okay, and then we're going to look forward. What is the next 90 days going to look like for you? Or what are you projecting for next year? Again, it's October. It's a great time to think about your intentions for what you want to do in 2022 because it's all downhill from here. Not really, but think about the busyness of the holidays, looking at the quarter, intentionally taking some time off, and then knowing what you need to do to set up for success come the first of the year. Okay. So, then I get into, again, the mindset, the scarcity. What do we need to overcome? What do you wish was a little bit better? And then I want you to vision cast for the future, okay? So this, and I'm inviting you, fill this out. Do this. If you're on the newsletter, you already have a copy of this that you can go ahead and download and send me a message. Reply to emails, send me a message on Instagram, something, lets me know that you have completed it, and you can share something if you want me to help hold you accountable for that. Have a great week, everybody.